So my name is Sharif. In terms of my academic background, I graduated from Industrial Engineering here at TMU back in 2022. Fun fact about me, when I was in university, and even today, I'm a massive aviation nerd. I love airplanes, anything to do with them. I ended up working at the airport, various jobs, but my favorite job was fueling airplanes. So believe it or not, I would be in my truck, typing out lab reports and then go fuel a plane. So definitely a sweet memory that I carry forward with me today.
Hi, my name is Lois Johnson. I graduated from TMU in the year 2019 from the program Industrial Engineering. I currently work as an industrial engineer at MHI Canada Aerospace. An interesting fact about myself is that I recently discovered a passion for cooking. I've been really interested in trying out new dishes. There's a sense of joy and accomplishment that I feel when I try a new dish from start to finish, so that's something interesting about me.
You know, I really appreciated the critical thinking skills that engineering provides the graduate, and I also wanted a line of work where my day-to-day wasn't exactly the same, right? I enjoyed tackling new challenges and solving new problems. It definitely broadens my horizons. So knowing that industrial engineers can be applied in really any scenario where an optimization can be done made it a pretty easy choice for me to go into it.
Why I chose industrial engineering is that I enjoy seeing how things are made from start to finish. Most of my work environments have been manufacturing environments where I get to see the final product from start to finish, and it's something that I really enjoy, seeing how something is made right from implementation phase. There's a technical aspect of it, which is the engineering side, but I also get to work with the business aspect of it. So I get to work with logistics, warehouse, supply chain, finance, and so many other business type departments to be able to implement the process on the floor, which is something that I enjoy learning. So this is the aspect of industrial engineering that I get to be part of the technical aspect of the engineering side and also the business aspect.
My journey began, I guess, before my graduation. During my studies, I was lucky enough to get an internship at Metro, where I work now, the grocer, and I was a warehouse intern, so I was helping the operations team. And I thought this was quite unglamorous at first, but it ended up being one of the most transformative experiences of my career. I had worked in logistics previously, but never exposed to the day-to-day operation of what it's like to move, a large number of cases to serve your customers. So after completing that internship and coming back to school, I was filled with all of these ideas of how I wanted to proceed in my career, and I felt that supply chain would be a really good start. I was able to come back to Metro, so I continued to work there as in the operations management team while I finished my degree. Quite a difficult path. I don't recommend that for everyone. And being immersed in these operational environment that I was in every single day opened my eyes to many improvement opportunities. So I was able to convert one of these opportunities into my capstone project, and that really allowed me to work closer with the engineers at Metro, and I was luckily able to convert that to a full-time offer. That's where I am today still. So really it came from an internship that originally I didn't think much of, but it ended up changing my perspective and my career truly.
So after graduation, I graduated in April of 2019. So after that, I started working at Chrysler Manufacturing, which is in Brampton. So I was there for about 6 months. So I worked as an industrial engineer there. I worked on a lot of process improvement type activities, implementing Kaizen activities on the floor. I did a lot of time studies on the floor to identify non-value added activities and to implement process improvements on the floor. And then I was there for 6 months, and then after that position I moved on to Mitsubishi Aerospace, which I'm currently working on right now. I've been there since 2019, so I'm continuing my position there as an industrial engineer right now.
Absolutely. So my title is Industrial Engineering Supervisor, and I'm part of a team that we're responsible for modernizing our distribution network here in Ontario. So that would be construction of new buildings, and really, it is my role on the team to really optimize the interior, what happens within the four walls. So whether that's the facility layout, looking at labor plans, looking at how we might want to move over product from building to building as we transition, really plays a big part in how I can contribute to this project. And in doing so, to accomplish these great tasks, I'm relying on the methodologies that I learned during my education here.
So I'm currently working at Mitsubishi Aerospace as an industrial engineer. So what my role entails is I work with supervisors, production operators on the floor to implement Kaizen activities. So Kaizen means continuous improvement. So I work on implementing process improvement activities, and these are done by performing time studies, observing various processes on the floor to identify any non-value-added activities that are happening through the assembly line. On the floor, what skill sets that I need to have is there's a lot of problem solving that happens on a daily basis. I'm working with lots of other departments to ensure that problems are being analyzed and root cause analysis is being performed. So every day is different. Not every day has the same tasks. So I'm able to work on different tasks, and it's like almost solving a puzzle every day. So it's like a new challenge every day. So problem solving is one skill set that's important to have. Another is communication. There's constant communication, whether it be verbal communication, written communication. That's one skill set that is important to have working with various departments on the floor. Another one is teamwork. Sometimes we have to work in a very large group, sometimes in a very small size group. So working with, in a production floor, I'm usually working with engineering, methods, warehouse, logistics, and production as well. So I would say those are the three main skill sets to have: communication, teamwork, and problem solving.
One of my first projects when I started full-time after graduation, and it was over at an old freezer distribution center that we were looking to decommission. I was responsible for organizing the layout and overseeing the repairs of our actual structural racks. Think of these as massive shelves you may see in Costco that hold pallets, right? So these have to be rearranged, repaired, and recertified. And I worked with a team of IT engineers, network people, change management. I worked with WMS integration. All of these different multifunctional people that I had worked with really provided me a wealth of knowledge about warehouses in a structural way that I just was not aware of previously. It was a big stretch goal for me, given I was having conversations with structural engineers to get these racks recertified, even drawing free body diagrams. So it was very cool to go back to the basics and really apply it to a place where I had learned so much. And nowadays, when I go visit that site and I see the racks and full of pallets and I see the employees working, I feel quite proud that I was able to contribute to this company in a place that I feel quite fond towards.
Industrial engineers can specialize in various fields such as operations, research and analysis, optimization, manufacturing engineering, quality management, and human factors and safety engineering. Some of the various fields that industrial engineers go to, specifically, they can perform time studies on the floor to find ways to improve the process as an industrial engineer. We also implement other things like PDCA, Plan, Do, Check, Act activities. Also, another role that industrial engineers can specialize in any field that they go to is facility design. So if you're working in a large factory, if there's room for expansion and areas where you can design a specific system, industrial engineers, they tend to design systems working with other engineers, layout engineers on the floor. Another area that industrial engineers can specialize in is system maintenance. To ensure that systems are working in order, they can be involved with preparing various maintenance policies, repair and replacement plans. So yeah, these are the fields that industrial engineers can specifically go into.
That's a great question. So I think we can break it off into two pieces. There's the technical piece. So I mentioned that we look to bring data to the decision-making table, right? And we try to move away from anecdotal evidence. So understanding how to manipulate big sets of data and gain insights from this data and tell a story from this data is, I think, the most important technical skill a graduating student can gain, right? So whether you do it in Excel or in Python or SQL or whatever other platform you feel comfortable with, going this way would allow you to contribute to your team, pretty soon after you join. Understanding data gives you a look inside into some of the trends that aren't visible at the surface all the time. Speaking of which, we're talking about all these skills. We're looking for students in their third year, going into their fourth year, to come help us out at Metro. We're offering a really exciting rotational co-op program. So it's 12 months in total. 4 months you'd be working with the transportation department. There's loads of optimization problems to do there. You'll be doing another 4 months with our store automated ordering service. This is a new project we've rolled out in the last few years. Very exciting and how it affects our supply chain. And then you'll be working with me and my team, and you'll be dealing with various logistical challenges that we have inside and outside our warehouses. So for those students that are interested, we encourage them to look out on the Metro job boards. It's up there as of now. And hey, who knows? We could be working together one day.
So if there's anything that I could have done differently in my engineering career pathway is I could have gotten more involved with other engineering organizations and activities within my school. The important thing is if there's anything out there in terms of engineering related extracurricular activities that you can join. This way you can get to meet new people. You also get to see if there's any job opportunities out there like internships or other opportunities that will enhance your career better. Another thing that goes hand in hand is networking. Being able to attend networking events to kind of build your portfolio and put yourself out there and make yourself stand out. Another thing that I could have done is get certified in various other industrial related certifications. Like I remember when I was in school, there was a certification for Six Sigma. That's a very good certification to have, especially when you're working as an industrial engineer. So if there's a chance to get certified in any, it doesn't have to be industrial engineering related. It could be like improving your leadership skills, or if it's improving your communication skills, if there's specific courses that can be taken to kind of early on develop those skills in your career, that would be great for your future endeavors.
Yeah, sometimes I did it really well, other times not so much, right? I think what I would recommend to a young person wanting to do this degree is to understand that there's a lot to do, right? Sometimes it's difficult, sometimes it's not, but the workload is always there, and there is very little opportunity to catch up, right? If you know what I mean. Miss a lecture, maybe two, miss a lab, all of a sudden it's scramble mode, right? And it catches up quickly. So what I tried to do was just do my very level best to keep up at the very minimum, right? If you're able to get ahead, please do, right? Your life will become easier and you'll be a better student for it. But definitely I would say make your very level best, especially in your first couple of years when you're figuring it out, just to keep up and maintain your pace with the class, right? So that's the academic side, but also understanding that like, hey, you're a human too, you're a person too, and you need to give yourselves opportunity to rest. You need to give yourselves opportunity to de-stress, and finding engaging hobbies, finding people to do this with is almost as important as hitting the books, So I'm a firm believer now that I'm in my career that people who are in their best shape, so whether that be physical, mental, emotionally, perform at their best. Right? And I think in university, especially with some of the culture, the engineering culture, where like the all-night grinds and stuff, doesn't give you the space to feel vulnerable and to say, hey, I need a breather. So understanding, when you're reaching your breaking point, and understanding that it's going to happen and what you're going to do to mitigate these difficult moments will just make your life a little bit easier doing this degree.
So the advice I would give for first-year engineering students is one, ask questions both in class and outside. Also, being able attend all your classes, take good notes. I think that's something that worked for me. Sometimes engineering textbooks can be quite dense, and like there's a lot of formulas and theories that are in your textbook. So being able to attend class and take good notes. Another thing is forming a study group. So sometimes there are times when you'll be working on a problem set and it's quite difficult to solve it. So I find that having maybe 2 or 3 people to work along with to kind of solve those questions, and you can see different perspectives from other people. Lastly, I would say is just to persevere through that first year of engineering. It's quite hard and quite challenging, and there might be lots of days where you're working on difficult problem sets, or you're frustrated with so many other things that are happening. So just persevere and work hard and challenge yourself to get through those times, so that it'll get better as the years go by. Yeah.